just doing a test run to see if I could actually do a reading off the cuff. As usual, welcome to Be the Unicorn. I'm learning how to do tarot readings. I've been doing them on and off for a few years with friends and family. Not charging or anything, just for fun. I started with oracle cards, which I will get back into using them just because I find, well, they're a little easier, but I'm also enjoying learning these cards. The Essential Tarot, with the Essential Tarot book. It's really good. So, the illustrations in the book are by Mary Hanson Roberts. Jacket is by Heather Zosk. I may be mispronouncing that, but really enjoying it, as you guys know. So the deck comes in here. Both the book and the deck come in here like an old-time cigar box. Love it. Awesome. And in front of the deck, you have this card, which says The Hanson Roberts Tarot Deck by Mary Hanson-Roberts. And this card, it says To All Believers. So I guess it's her way of welcoming you to tarot. It's a great introduction. So anyway, I'm shuffling the deck a little bit here and there. And I have a friend who's dealing with the problem with insomnia. So I thought that it would be fun just to do a quick little reading to see if there's any suggestions as to what he could do to stop the insomnia. And look at that, cards are flying out. This is how I usually do it. I don't pick the cards, I let the cards come out on their own. And we have the Moon, which is a major arcana. Here, I believe the Moon is usually about reflection. So I've been using the book simply because it makes life a little easier, a little quicker. And it gives me something to base the readings. And the book has a picture with the writing. And the writing says, the moon rules the subconscious. Psychic powers are revealed. Intuition is strong. As the moon waxes and wanes, beware of deception and the shifting sands of superficial relationships. Also suggests that unusual supernatural events may occur. A touch of lunacy is in the air. Well, let's see. Let's say again. Intuition. Beware of deception, shifting sands, superficial relationships. So to me, this would mean that he has to be mindful of the relationships in his life. How does he really feel about them? It says superficial, and I question whether it's about relationships that are superficial or because of waxing and waning. Sometimes things come up and they go through their time of the moon cycle, as they say, and then they wane. So maybe it's about cycles of relationships. So let's clarify the moon card. Let's clarify the moon card and what it's talking about in relationships. Let's clarify the moon card. The card did not want to go in, so maybe it'll come out. Let's see. I'm trying to use a little intuition since I do know this person. So, could their relationships have to do with the inability to sleep? Tell me about the relationships that could be affecting the insomnia that he's experiencing. Okay. Put this one back. Although maybe I'll just put them down here for now. Okay, what did we get here? We got the Queen of Swords. Oh, wow. Look at that. So first the Moon, and now the Queen of Swords. Now, in your screen, you're going to have the Moon, and then the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Let's see what the book says about the Queen of Swords. The sword in the Queen's hand represents her quick wits and her sharp tongue. The widow, like other women in difficulty, continues bravely despite loss. Her keen intelligence and cool, logical approach make her appear aloof. So, the question is, could it represent an actual woman? Yes. The Queen of Swords definitely could represent an actual woman. This woman would be, as it describes here, quick-witted, sharp tongue. Someone who keeps going no matter what's going on. Intelligent, cool, logical to the point of appearing aloof and not having emotion. And swords are definitely not about emotion. Emotion are the cups. In the book, it also tells you about the basic suits. The suit of swords. Swords represent more intellectual side of life, situations where reason prevails over emotions. Swords cut through muddled thought and bring sudden clarity. They are associated with the element of air, the air signs of the zodiac, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Swords usually indicate people with brown hair, green, hazel, or brown eyes. They also suggest people who are good communicators. So, maybe the insomnia is related to someone who is possibly similar to one of these people, or just like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, someone who's a good communicator. Or maybe it's about themselves. Maybe they need to communicate with themselves. Maybe that's where the clarity needs to come in. Maybe they're thinking too much, which insomnia is common. Well, that was unusual. It's kind of quick. I don't know. Do I really want to? Wow. Okay, then. That's kind of weird. I don't know if I should take them or not. I got the Five of Swords. And I got the Sun. That's the best card in the whole deck. I mean, look at that. So, let's see. Let's move the Moon over. The Queen of Swords over. The Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords has a man, soldier, carrying two swords in one hand, a third sword in his left. There's two on the back, and there's two opponents who appear to be going away. So the implication is that he has won. He has taken their swords. They fought, he won, he's got their swords, and off they go. Which would lead me to believe, then comes the Sun. So, he's got to fight this battle. Now, look at that. The sword is up here and down here. I wonder if there's something there. The good news is you're going, well, the Queen of Swords, Five of Swords. They're facing each other. There must be some importance here. And we begin with the Moon and end with the Sun. So maybe something he's worrying about, the insomnia, is caused by something that has started a while ago. He's gone through thinking about it. He's gone through some battles. And now that he's learned what he needed to learn, the sun comes out and he's able to move past and forward. Let's look at the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Two unarmed figures take flight, signifies a withdrawal after conflict or a victory without peace. Be careful not to create a tense atmosphere. It's a bad time to make enemies. Well, the book says one thing, but I have to tell you that in many cases, it means different things depending on who interprets. So definitely a conflict. And the sun, I love that. What a cute card. Look at the little baby. We got sunflowers, the sun. Look at him. Beautiful white horse. What's he carrying? It says, a cherub rides a white pony through a field of sunflowers under a benevolent sun. Solar energy is powerful and fulfilling, bringing growth, contentment, and positive energy. Happy relationships and satisfying creative endeavors follow. Could be the time to expand your horizons professionally or socially. Wow. Now, they also give the reverse meanings. The reverse one on this says, could indicate blocked energy or setbacks. Keep an eye on important relationships. But it didn't come out reversed. And I don't usually like reading reversals because I figure the cards mean what they mean. And depending on who you listen to and what you believe, their strength might be limited if they're reversed. But you go by how you feel. And I'm learning to go by how I feel. So my take on this, concern, looking back, eyes wide open. Let me look at the picture here. Definitely thinking. Phases. What did the moon say again? The moon rules the subconscious. Psychic powers are revealed. Intuition is strong. As the moon waxes and wanes, beware of deception and the shifting sands of superficial relationships. Also suggests that unusual supernatural events may occur. A touch of lunacy is in the air. Maybe he can't sleep because he can't stop thinking. Queen of Swords. He's thinking. The question is the deception, is the concern that he's having about what he's thinking? Or somebody else? So he has to battle himself, I think. I think the ones that he leaves behind are his own thoughts, the ones that are troubling his mind. When he can let those go and carry on, face the Queen of Swords. When he can face her, face his own logic, maybe face what he knows to be true. He can come into the sun and be happy again and rest. And sometimes people read the bottom of the deck, which is the Seven of Rods. That would be defending yourself. So maybe his mind is actively trying to figure out how to work through something that he doesn't want to acknowledge. And the Seven of Rods. A young man successfully wards off an attack with only a flowering rod. This is the card of the underdog. Despite overwhelming odds, victory is assured. Now is the time to take advantage of the situation. Carpe diem. Well, he faces what's going on in his brain. Go in. He can face it, successfully fight it off, and there's the sun. So, well, I wish him well. I wish him good sleep. Thank you. Sorry for the length.